Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and we are back with working on my little Patchwork Christmas journal. I haven't worked on this for a little while because we've been concentrating on getting the other one done, the pink one, and I really want to get this finished because this is one I'm going to be working on for my Christmas journal this year. So I'd like to get it done. I haven't been in my craft room for over a week now. You may have noticed there's been some missing videos over the past week. That's purely because we were away last weekend. We went away on the Friday to visit our friends in Norfolk. We go there quite often. And we didn't get back till Tuesday, so that's completely over my normal filming period. I'd normally get a week's worth of videos done in that time, so completely missed that slot. So and we're super busy getting ready for this coming weekend because my sister's coming for the weekend with my brother-in-law. So this is Friday afternoon. This is like my last chance to get a video done this week. I haven't even been able to do Roxy's weekly challenge, which I would love to have done, but I haven't had a chance yet. I'm hoping to catch up with some of these things next week, but again, it's just getting so busy with Christmas coming up. So I've just got to do what I can and pop in and do a video when I get an opportunity. And today was it for this one, so let's crack on. So I want to do something with the cover before we go into the making more ephemera, just because I feel like it's not quite finished and I want to get that finished. So I have, I looked at some of the fussy cuts from the Stamperia paper pad, the Patchwork Christmas, or is it Christmas Patchwork, one of those. And of course they've got this gorgeous Father Christmas, which I really wanted to put on the front here. I think he's wonderful, I love him, and he's all patchworky, but a bit lost like that. So I've done a little preparation, and I've cut a piece of card to go on here to make the topper, and some fabric from a different fat quarter selection than the ones I used for the main cover, purely because I bought some more because I really love using these fabrics. These are from Hobbycraft. I think they're really nice fabrics. I actually went a bit mad and I bought two fat quarters, two different ones. They're Christmas ones from this year. So this is one I haven't even opened yet. And this has got various holly and poinsettia. It's really, really pretty, but all in the usual gorgeous colours, gold with lots of gold on them, green, red. That's basically it with a bit of cream in there. And then the one I have opened and started using is this one. And there's, again, holly. This is one got a cream background, there's a green one, and there's a red one, all with the same design with the holly and the bits of ribbon on. And then there's a couple here with snowflakes on, so the red one that I'm using and the green one. And then this beautiful poinsettia one as well. Actually, I'm not sure, did that come from in there? I think that's one I've pulled out of this set, because there should be 5 and there's only 4 in there now, so I think I pulled that one, which is also gorgeous with the poinsettia on. So I pulled that out as well. So I've got loads of fabrics to work with for goodness knows how long. It'll last me forever, I should think. But I do love them. So I want to use a piece of that on here. And I think he can really pop then with that behind him. So I'm just going to glue this on and then, excuse me, I'll just quickly go and sew around it so we can then put it on. So I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on the card and glue it on. Right. It's really just to hold it in place so that I can then sew around it and it won't hopefully bubble up in the middle. I'll just sew on the outside. So I didn't take the Fabri-Tac right to the edge. I just wanted to make it so that it's nice and smooth. Missed a bit in this corner. Just put a little bit more here. Smoothing it with my finger so it's not too lumpy bumpy. Okay. And I'm just going to pop over, take this to my sewing machine, and then we can add Santa to it and put it on the journal. Oops. Just keep that on because it's starting. Okay, I've sewn around it. It's not perfect. It has bubbled up a little bit, but I think once I've once I put my Santa on, I think it'll barely notice, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. This is just for me. But I do love to do a Christmas journal every year, and I'm getting quite a collection now. It's probably the 4th or 5th one I've done, I think. No, it must be the 5th. And I've got a little bit more work to do in last year's. I'm literally on Christmas Day trying to get the photos in, but I'm just struggling for time. Okay. Sure, he's got plenty of glue on his staff. There we are. Right. Put you on there, Santa. Yeah. Lovely. And I have inked around him so that because you could see the white edges, but they just disappear when you do that without actually adding any extra colour, but they just disappear off the white edges. Now I'm going to glue him there, but before I do, I'm just going to try and decide what I want to do about whether I want to do something around the spine, because I haven't actually sewn that on particularly straight. If you can see, it's a slight diagonal there, so I'd like to cover that. I like to cover my spines anyway. Now I had some ribbon here and it seems to have floated away. Okay, it was under my chair. It's just this sparkly ribbon that had got the wire edging, which I've removed, and it makes it a bit more usable. And it's quite see-through, but then that means you don't lose the pretty fabrics underneath, I'm thinking. And I might just, if I bring that over a little bit more, can I just overlap it a little bit with my topper? Wrap that around like that. How does that look? I do rather like it. I may have to put something more over the top just because it doesn't really cover up the spine, but it just adds a bit of sparkle. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add that to my spine. I think the first thing I need to do is straighten off this end and then cut it about there. Let's see if I can get the Fabri-Tac to... I don't want to do too much Fabri-Tac because this is very thin ribbon. Okay, so just got a little bit to trim off at the bottom, I think. Okay, and then I want to just put something over the spine. So I've got this ribbon, but again it's see-through on the bit that want to cover up the spine, so I'm not sure if that's quite what I want. Let me just see what else I have. I've got much that's long enough, unless I put some gold rickrack along there. How would that look? I like that actually. I think a gold rickrack will just give that a finishing touch just on that spine. So let's do that. Oop. May have cut it a bit long. Okay. And now we can put our topper on. Got all sorts of bits in here. Hoping that will... I can see the Fabri-Tac through a little bit. I'm hoping when it dries it won't show, otherwise I'll have to put something on there to cover it up. I've got a few options that I could do. Okay. I'm thinking I might be able to tuck something, some sort of lace or something, or maybe even a bit of gold ribbon along here. Not the whole piece, just wondering whether to do a bit of it, or I'll have a think about whether I need to add anything else along there, because it looks like it needs a bit more. And I have got, I don't think I've ever used them actually. Got these gold stars. I don't even know where I got these from, but I must have had them a little while. Didn't buy them this year. I could just pop those along there, and that just gives it a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them more on. More stuff. I can't help myself. I don't like you can see some bits of Fabri-Tac showing through here. I just felt it looks like it needs a little something extra just along there. So I'm going to put some, I don't know which side is, I don't know if there's an inner or an outer. As long as I do the glue all on the same side, I don't think it matters. Oops. See if I can get a little blob of this on each star. And there we are. Shall I do it on top or about or underneath? On top slightly. They're all slightly padded, rather nice. There we are. Over the Top Productions presents Patchwork Christmas Journal. So I think I've fiddled with it enough now. Yeah, I don't think I did anything off camera that I haven't told you about. I think you knew about the corners that I've already done. Yeah, so I've got a bit of rick-rack on the spine and some stars. Yeah, okay, we're done. Now let's get back to working on some ephemera. So in the last video I did made some patchwork bits and pieces. So let's just get back on my chair properly. So I did the patchwork belly band, which I still might need. I probably want to decorate up a bit more, maybe with something gold, maybe some gold ribbon or gold something or other. So that's ready to be finished, but it's been sewn around now. I was going to sew around all these with red, but actually I thought brown would show up better. And I did the pocket. I just did these quickly before I came on camera. And I also sewed around these two. This is the tag and the large journal card. And after I'd sewn them, I realised I hadn't backed them. What a worry. So I'm going to have to back them afterwards off camera. I mean, I'll probably have to just cover up the sewing. So, can't even see if yes. So, yeah, I'll cover up the sewing and I'll put a topper on this when I've done that. I started sewing around this piece, which is the other belly band, the sideways belly band. As you can see, I started putting some stitching on in the brown, and then I thought actually the red stitching would look a lot better on here, so I'm going to have to rethread my sewing machine and go around it with red because I think that will just give it a bit more colour and will look better. So I've just got to get these stitches off. So I've just done a few, and I thought nope, don't want to do it in brown. I want to do it in red. So I'll come back and do that one afterwards. So we're getting there. We've got a few bits and pieces in here. We've got some a few journal cards and things coming along, and a few pockets, but I think we need some more pockets. So one thing I have done off camera is a little collage piece, just a couple of pieces of glue book, and I thought I'd use this. Now I'm trying to decide what I need. So I've got a belly band and I've got a sideways belly band. What I might like, I usually quite like a side tuck. I don't think I've got one here. So I think that's the first thing I need to make, is a side tuck. So I'm going to cut that down. First of all, I want to just trim. I think I'll do it the other way around. Trim off this edge because it's quite rough, because it was the edge of my paper. Just tidy that up a bit more. Haven't quite caught everything. I hope the light's okay. It's beginning to go a little bit. I'll just pull my blinds up a bit more. Get as much light in as I can while I can do it. Right, side tuck. What does that need to be? Okay, I'll do it there. And that'll be all right. I will sew around it. Let me just see. I think it might be too tall. Let's see how tall it is. We're just measuring it on my, oh, it's over 8 inches. So I'll cut off a little piece. How much over 8 inches is it? Let me see. It's about half an inch. So I need to cut off half an inch. So that should do it. And then I will sew around this. Now I'll do my my little punch. side. Try and see if it's roughly in the middle, hopefully. Get rid of these little bits. Okay, so there we go, nice and easy, side tuck. What else do we need? Oh, we always need more pockets, just straightforward pockets, I think. So I'm just going to put it this way. The right sort of height for a pocket, 3.5. Yeah, should be all right. And then I'm going to do it about there. And then this is a nice little pocket. Oh, it's a bit not very straight at the top there. Needs a little trimmage. Bit of a tidy up. And on the side. Yes, it's a small pocket. I'm not very good at doing these by eye, but it's just enough for a nice little tag. Where's my punch gone? There it is. I'll just do a little. Okay, another pocket for sewing. And this one, I think that could be a corner tuck. Let's make this a little mini corner tuck. So I cut the corner off like that. Then we have a little corner tuck, just for something different. And I'll sew around that as well. Yeah, okay. So more little things for the sewing machine. And we've got a few more pockets. Whoops, plonk. Okay, I think the rest can be made into tags. Let's tidy this one up. I'm not measuring, I'm just doing it by roughly whether they look roughly the right size. That one needs tidying up at the side. So we now have many patchwork things, patchwork ephemera to go in the journal. And I didn't purely use papers from the kit, so they're quite varied. I think that one goes that way. You know, I've used some Florentine paper and paper from just in my scraps, but I just tried to get the colours so that they all went with the kit at least. So let's. I'm going to do a couple as tags. I think these two are a bit smaller. And they must all be backed. Okay, maybe I should do that before I do the cutting. That would be better, wouldn't it? Okay, let's quickly back these. I'm just going to get some backing papers. Right, so I've got some paper I have used before. It's really pretty. I think this is Roxy Creations from one of her kits, and I think it makes really pretty backing paper. And this is, I think from an Artie Mays dyed papers kit or something, so I'm just going to use those. I tend to, if any kits that I buy have some good useful backing paper, I tend to print some of it off separate to the main kit and keep it in a separate folder for backing papers, and I just pull them out and see if they go. And it's quite handy. Okay, that's that one. And I'll do this one as well. Check that is, yep, that's all good. And I want to make sure these are smoothed down. If I can get the other one on here as well, that'd be good economic use of it, wouldn't it? So I think this one I might do round the corners and make this just a journal card rather than a tag. Just have a different look. I think it will just about fit. We did have a lovely break in Norfolk, visiting our friends. I say we usually get down there a couple of times a year, and we always have a really nice time with them. Go out for meals, and my friend and I always take the opportunity to have a shopping trip together. It's one of the things we always used to do when we both lived close to each other. When she moved down to Norfolk 10 years ago now. But Christmas shopping together was one of our favourite things to do. So we had a lovely day in Norwich. Came away laden with bags of things. Just think, you know, a few little Christmas gifts and bits and pieces. Oh dear. I've got this, this glue's got very stained from the pin. I need to get some stainless steel pins. Got them in my Amazon basket. I just haven't got around to ordering them because the pins just don't seem to survive very long. They get bent. The ones that come with the bottles, they come with their own pins, but I say they seem to get bent, and then you can't get them in and out the nozzle. So I need to get some new pins that I can just have as a backup so that I can use them and they won't make the glue go all discoloured. Right. Don't know if I've got them all, but I can always glue others as I go. Okay, let's just cut around these. So these are the other sides. They've come up. They're fine for writing on or popping a photo on. I do that with both. Sometimes I put a photo on the back and then I write either side of it. I do that a lot. Right. Still got a bit left. I didn't have to use my other piece. That's good. Right, so these are going to be tags. Yeah, and this one is going to be the journal card. It's a slightly bigger one. I think I need to do across the top here. Right. Here's my tag card. I think. Yep. Right. Right. So those are done. They just need inking around and sewing around, and all of that I'll do off camera. So they're ready. A few more bits to go in my box. Right, so the other thing I fancied it, well, one thing I think we need to have a look at is the actual ephemera that comes with the kit. I think it's time I looked at those, because I've cut them out and then just put them in the bag and not really looked at them. And I've got some lovely more bits to use from the Stamperia paper pad as well, which actually, I wonder if it would go on something like this. Be a bit lost really, wouldn't it? So yeah, I've got to find a suitable home for that. So I've been cutting out some of the pieces from the paper pad. And I've also been cutting out some of the ephemera pieces. I don't even know what I've got. I've clearly got some envelopes. A few envelopes by the looks of it. There's another one. And there's another one. And there's, oh, teeny tiny one. So I'll just need to fold those all up. And I know there's some journal cards that I haven't even cut up yet. They're in the, I think they're in the bag. So these are just some, I think these are some journal cards that actually came in the kit as journal cards that I've cut up but I haven't done anything with. Small ones. Another one there. What else have we got? Just some decorative pieces. Some little pieces to decorate things with. Little tiny journal cards here. Another one. What have we here? Yep, more journal cards. So that's good. I guess that's a narrow tag. I think I might need to back that if I'm going to use that as a tag. Well, it's very narrow, but it would be good for writing on. Almost looks like a bookmark as well, doesn't it? More journal cards. Lots of teeny tiny things. Bigger journal cards. So the ephemera tends to be quite small with this kit. So I've got loads of these journal cards. Another envelope, I think. Look at these teeny tiny things. Isn't that sweet? So they'll be good for decorating. Another envelope. And I think this is a little tiny pocket. Right, I'm going to keep that handy. I've got an idea for some of these pockets. Oh, and we've got some tags. Right, they all need backing as well. So I've got a bit of a job to do all this backing, haven't I? Another little pocket. Teeny tiny tag. Lots of teeny tinies. I think it's a little tiny pocket. Little tag. Bigger journal card. Well, that's good. Glue stacked pocket on tag. So I think some of these little pockets are meant to go on the tags. Or maybe not. But I might be able to use them. Let's see. There's an awful lot of tags to put these on. I don't know if that's meant to go on here. It looks like it's meant to go on here, so maybe that's what I'll do with this one. So I think the idea is, let's just ink that up a bit around the edge so you can see it. Yeah, I think that just goes on here. And then you can put a little tag. That's perfect, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to do that and then it's done. I'll just have to back the tag then. So yesterday, So I say we were away, came back on Tuesday. Wednesday was craft club day and getting Alyssa from school. That's what we do on a Wednesday. And then yesterday I got to go and visit my grandson. Because of my cold and my cough, I haven't seen him for over 3 weeks, I think. Was it about 3.5 weeks since I'd seen him? And you can imagine in that time how much he's changed. I mean, he's 10 weeks, just coming up for 10 weeks. But he has changed so much in those few weeks. And as soon as I arrived, I got the most beautiful smiles from him. It was so lovely. It was almost like he was pleased to see me, but of course he had no idea who I was. But he's just a very happy little boy. And he just smiles all the time. His mummy just strokes his cheek and away he goes. Gorgeous little smiles. It was so lovely. And I hadn't seen him do that before, so that was a real treat. Right, so that has got a little pocket here, and I can put one of the little tags in that. So I'm going to back it. I have to remember to back it this time before I sew. And then I might just sew around it. We'll see. I think I might do that in red. Okay, so that one is ready to be finished. So I'll put that there. Now these little pockets, I've got an idea what I might do. Certainly these little ones. I'm just going to fold that. To get my boom folder. I don't know if these are going to be too small. They are pretty tiny. Right, so I've finished folding up all these little tiny pockets. I don't know if I'll be able to use them. They are super tiny. But what I had in mind, there is a page in here that really needs properly covering up, and it's this page here, because it's the backing page for this this poem that's in the middle, the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" poem that I've got in the middle here. And this side is okay. There's some kind of Christmassy poem bits on this side, so we can get away with that, or I can cover it up or not. But this side, nothing to do with Christmas. So I really want to cover this one up. So I thought what I would do is put a big pocket on here. So I think I'll just measure the page and then make the pocket to more or less fit. So it's 5.5 by, we'll say 7.5. So I've got this big piece of plain red card. So I think I'm going to use that for the pocket and then decorate it and add because I thought I might add little pockets to the front of it. And that's where those little pockets come in. But whether they're too small, I'm not sure. Whoops. Right, so let's cut this down. So what did I say? I think I said 5.5 by 7.5. No, was it 7? Oh, do you know, memory like a sieve. Let's just. I'm pretty sure it was 5.5. That's about there. And I think it was 7.5 the other way. Let's double check. It was here, wasn't it? So if I go to there, so I was almost instantly forgot what I'd said. So we were going 7.5. Yes, 7.5. Good. Then I can put a nice big pocket, a big journal card inside, and a couple of 2 or 3 little pockets on the outside. Make full use of it. 7.5 that way. Right, let's make sure it was going to fit nicely on there. So I made it too wide. No. But then I can just bring it to the edge. That'll be fine. This page doesn't look terribly straight, but we'll work with it. And just bring it in a touch from the edge. That'll fit around there. Something's not straight. I don't think it's the piece of red paper, red card. But I'm going to trim it down a touch more because it's not going to kind of... Maybe I need to just trim that because that's straight there. I might just trim this paper a bit along here so that that's straight. Right. Probably cut off a bit more of the poem here. No, I haven't. All is well. We haven't lost any of the poem. That's all good. Okay, are we about straight now? I'm going to trim a little bit of this off because it's just sticking out a touch. Is that going to fit? I think it will. Just take a smidge off. Make sure it's not sticking out of the page. And then we're going to do a nice notch. Where are we? About there. Okay. So we're going to be about there. It's going to look nice with the... Yeah, and I'll put a journal card in here. I can bring it a bit nearer the edge then. We've still got this nice bit of washi tape showing. That's good. Alright, let's do that. And let's see what will go on here. So we've got these funny little pockets, haven't we? So we could pop them around on here. What can I put in them? That's the question. So these little journal cards will fit nicely, won't they? That's a taller one. But it would go in there. So that would be okay, I think. So I've got a few nice little... Yeah, I've got a number of little journal cards that will just pop in there. So I think we might do that. Bring that down a little bit, I think, because I don't want it sticking out too far above anything that goes in it. Don't want it too far above the actual pocket, do we? Because that's quite near the top of the page. So, pop that there. Should put it there. No. There, there, and there, I think. Let's try it. I might be able to print off some little pictures and pop them in there. Well, I know what I would like to do before I stick these down. I'm going to just take these off a moment. I would like to just go around the edge. And I think what I'm going to do is get my white gel roll and do some white faux stitching around because I think that would look nice. I like that. I just think it gives it a little finishing touch around the edges. I don't like plain edges. Let's glue on our little pockets. And get this glue to come out. Ooh, horrible colour, but it's not going to show. That on there. And then this one. Go. Down there. Put there. And then this little one, tiniest of the lot, can go on the nearer the top. Not too close. So whenever I'm making something like this, I'm thinking all the time how I might use it when I come to putting my photos and my memories in the journal. Thing is, you can write all around here. Like I've got my white pen, I could write all around it, pop some photos in the pockets, or pop some photos onto journal cards, and then, so they're a bit more hidden. And I want to put a little bit of decoration on that one because it's a bit plain. I've got a few little bits that have been a few little fussy cuts and bits and pieces. That's too tall. What have I got? Not many small things. I don't know if these... There's a lot of very small baubles. Whether that would fit. Quite nice to decorate with though, wouldn't it? Oh, I've got a few of those. I don't know. Once I've got the journal cards in, you probably don't need any decoration on there anyway. That was something I did while I was in Norfolk. It was very fun. My friend and I were both in the WI, and her WI had organised a little workshop at a proper place where they do glass blowing, and a couple of people dropped out, so we got a place at the last minute to go and blow our own Christmas baubles. We actually blew them ourselves, which, you know, having had a cough and a cold for 2 weeks, I really wasn't sure how I'd get on with that. So when it came to my turn, I took the most almighty breathful and blew with all my might and nearly blew the thing up. It got so big, we had to ditch it because I'd overblown. It just kept growing. He said, "No, stop." So I had to go and do another one, be a bit more controlled with my blowing. I thought, I didn't know I had so much puff. I didn't know I had any puff. So that was it was quite funny. Everybody thought it was hilarious, but I was quite a bit embarrassed, I must say. But that would have looked quite good there too, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do another one. Right, so I haven't found anything to go on here yet. Now I've got a variety of bits and pieces to decorate with. Ooh, I have got. I forgot to use. I haven't used any of these this year. I've got my little flowers that I've made over the years. A few little bits and pieces in here. Maybe I can find a nice little flower to decorate it with. Oh, that's that too big? What about that one? Maybe I'll put it like that. Oh, these are a bit big, aren't they? Ooh. Actually, that would be quite nice on there, though. Put that on there. Like that, like that. I've got any more small ones? Most of these are quite big. So maybe that one will be fine. I'm sure there must be some smaller ones at the bottom here somewhere. But they're all a bit big. Okay, well I think I'll better put this one on then because I can't find some other small one. Have to make some more, won't I? Right, so I'm going to put this one on here, like that. I got that the wrong way around. That'll be fine. Okay, and then glue that on. Right, that's gone on there, that's nice. And then I'll pop this one on here. So in the next video we'll need to make a big journal card to go into that pocket, won't we? And I feel it still needs a little something down the side. Ooh, well, I have got some little words that came with the, I think it was in the Stamperia pad. Joy. Could put joy there, couldn't I? I'm thinking joy can go there, and I think we'll have a little tiny strip of rickrack there. Yeah, I think so. Oops. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. I should have waited, shouldn't I, until it properly glued and got stuck. So I'll stick my little joy on. There we are. And I think, let's see if I can pop something down here. December, Christmas. These little words will get lost on some things, but these little tiny pockets are perfect. All right. Now, let's see if I can do this. Oops, not with those scissors there. Okay. There we go. There we are. Big pocket to go in here to cover up all this non-Christmas writing. I'll go right there, and then we'll have a nice little journal, big journal card to go in here, which we'll do next time. So I think that will look good in there. Okay, I think that's got to be it for today. We've done quite well, made lots of ephemera, backed them, and lots more to do. So I'll be back as soon as I can, and I'll carry on working in this because I'm really loving this little journal. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.